Okay, so I thought I'd hop on here because of a post I did yesterday. Not a post, but a story about me not eating chicken for the next, well, I'm going to go a year, but maybe probably cut it out altogether in my life. Um, it, I had a lot of messages, a lot. People were like, "What? Why aren't you eating chicken? Should I not eat chicken?" Um, I thought that was what all bodybuilders and people in your industry did. That sort of thing. And I get it, 100%. Everybody, I'd say 90%, 95% of people eat chicken all the time, every meal. I just found for myself I've done this for a long time. Like, this isn't something I just started 10 years ago. This is 20 plus years of doing this shit for. And I've always found myself having digestion issues just from the amount, and I thought it was from the amounts of food you eat in the off season, which does play a role also. But I never knew what it was. I didn't know why I was having inflammation issues and digestive issues and bloating and shit like that. And for the last couple of years, I've really focused on eliminating things and seeing what that is. As most of you know, I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I'm starting to again. The only reason I don't eat vegetables is, for the most part, is because of work. Heating them up and shit like that. I live here, right? I'm here 15 hours a day. So it's like every meal I don't want to eat shitty fucking mushy vegetables. I just want to pound some chicken, rice, whatever the fuck I'm eating, and get it done. But over the years, I've been eliminating things, trying. And first, I never really did it much with vegetables. Because it's always been kind of there. I tried rice. I thought rice was the biggest issue. I thought the carb sources were my biggest issues. So for years, I was trying different types of rice, trying different makes of rice, amounts of rice. It never mattered. And then I found once I switched proteins over here and there, I would have tons of problems. Like if I went and ate wild meat, my body was so used to chicken that it would take me 5 to 7 days to adapt to whatever I was changing to, if that makes sense. And I get wild meat can play some factors. I don't eat wild meat anymore either. And then so this prep came, and I don't know what it was. I think a year of eating all that chicken, which, I've eaten chicken for 10 years straight, pretty much. But it was just something this year. I'm like, could it be the chicken? Could it possibly be the chicken that's giving me this much fucking issues? So I said to myself, I'm going to do this diet, cut, prep, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm going to do it with beef. And I'm going to do it with fish. And see what happens. And the whole time, and I only did a 12-week cut. I didn't do a 16-week cut. That was a 12-week cut. And but only at the end, the last 3 weeks, was I really under 2,000 calories. But before that, I was dieting most of the time at 3,000 calories a day. And then it went down to 26, 23, and then 19. And it was all beef and fish. And my body responded so good to it. No bloating, no inflammation, no bad digestive issues. Everything responded. I haven't touched chicken again. I do know now 100%, it was the chicken. And you don't need to cut and eat chicken all the time. You just don't need to do it. And I'm not saying go do this whatsoever. I'm just saying people tend to follow each other and do what the other person's doing because that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. There's nothing written in stone in this that works for everybody. You need to find what works for you and run with it. So the reason I'm making this post is I had a lot of people contact me saying, should I not be eating chicken? Should I do this? Should I do that? That's not what I'm saying. That works for me, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm not saying it's going to work for you. I'm not saying that's where your issues lie. Anything to do with that. So my point here is, just because somebody pops on a platform and says, I'm done with chicken, doesn't mean anything. That just means I'm done with chicken. That doesn't mean you should be done with it. It doesn't mean you should be telling people not to eat it. It's not healthy, blah, 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 blah. And that's one of the biggest issues, in this industry, is that somebody reads something one time and they think, that's it. This is it. This is the holy grail of, we found the fucking weight loss solution. We found this. No, man, it doesn't work like that. So that's why I'm making this video. Do not do what other people do. Do what works for you. There is no right way, there's no wrong way. It's trial of elimination when it comes to this shit. And some of us have done it so long, we know our bodies better than anything else. It might have taken me fucking 15 years to get to this point, but at least I know now. And I definitely do not suggest people cutting out chicken. If they have no issues, don't cut it out. Don't cut it out. But just don't listen to what other people are doing on here and thinking that's now the new way. Okay? And that was my whole point to this video. I did have a lot of messages. I did have a lot of, which is fine. And they were great. And I explained myself. I told them, don't do what I'm doing. And I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I know this fucking works for me. And I will continuously do this. I might have chicken once a year here and there, maybe barbecuing it or some shit like that. But I'm definitely not eating it 3 to 4 meals a day anymore. You will see every meal that I eat, that I keep showing, that I'll keep showing, it'll be beef with the odd fish meal. When I'm bulking, it'll be beef. And then you might say, well, there's more calories in beef than there is chicken and blah, blah. The amount is so minimal, it doesn't make a difference. And all I did was drop 1 ounce out of the beef. So instead of having 6 ounces, I'm having 5 ounces of beef to make up for that calorie, the calories, just to make up for the calories. So they add up. That's it. Drop it 1 ounce, there goes 30, 40 calories. Boom. Now you've got the same amount as chicken. Protein-wise, it's close. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. What's in chicken? Protein. There's not a lot of nutritional factors in there. Not like I give a shit about nutritional factors when I'm eating. It's all about purpose. That's it. But you're going to get the same amount of pork. You're going to get the same amount of beef. You're going to get the same amount of fish. You're going to get the same amount of chicken. Yeah, yes, they're all fucking different in calories, but not by a lot if you're eating the same amounts, if that makes sense. And if you're worried about it, like I said, use your head, take 1 ounce off, lose those calories, you're in the same spot. You're like, well, maybe you're not getting enough protein. There's a lot of protein in beef, you guys. There's a lot of protein in beef. So, I mean, you still have to supplement it. When you're 230 pounds, 250 pounds, you think I'm eating 250 pounds of fucking protein a day? I'm close, but I'm not. So that's where the protein supplements have to come in too. And that's it. Do you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't fucking think because you see something on the internet that it's real and you need to do it and you need to fucking chase that dragon. It doesn't work like that. Do what works for you. That's the point of this fucking video.